Steven Tyler, flamboyant, fearless, and undeniably gifted, has long been the electrifying frontman of Aerosmith, captivating audiences around the world with his raw vocals, wild energy, and unforgettable stage presence. For over 50 years, he wore the crown of rock royalty, wrapped in scarves, sunglasses, and an untamed spirit that made him a legend. But behind the glittering persona and the thunderous applause lies a deeply tragic story, one of pain, addiction, trauma, and survival. Born in Yonkers, New York, into a musical household, music was part of Steven's DNA from day one. But with that creative fire came a defiant streak. As Aerosmith exploded onto the scene in the 1970s, Steven wasn't just a singer, he was a phenomenon. The band became one of the biggest acts in rock history, and Tyler embraced the fast-paced world of sex, drugs, and rock and roll with open arms. But fame came at a terrible cost. By Steven's own admission, he spent more than $6 million on drugs over the years, diving into a world of addiction that nearly ended both his career and his life. While fans marveled at his onstage energy, offstage he was often lost in a haze, spiraling out of control. Archival footage from the 1980s shows a frailer, more broken man, his body and soul worn thin by years of substance abuse. He overdosed multiple times, went through several stints in rehab, and struggled to maintain relationships with his bandmates, friends, and family. His addiction created deep rifts within Aerosmith, bringing the band to the brink of collapse. The tragedy deepened as Tyler later opened up about long-suppressed emotional wounds, including trauma from his childhood and the crushing weight of fame. These inner demons, he confessed, were the true reasons he clung to drugs for so long, not just for the highs, but to dull the pain he carried in silence. Even as he fought to reclaim his health and rebuild trust, the scars remained. He suffered through broken relationships, strained ties with his children, and public relapses that reignited concerns for his well-being. Despite achieving sobriety multiple times and returning triumphantly to the stage, the battle has never truly ended for him. In recent years, health issues, legal troubles, and another trip to rehab have once again thrown his name into the spotlight, not for the music, but for the ongoing struggle that has defined much of his life. Steven Tyler's tragedy isn't rooted in a single event. It's the culmination of decades spent wrestling with demons while performing for millions. His story is heartbreaking not because he fell, but because of how many times he's had to fight just to stand again. He is more than a rock icon, he is a survivor of a war most never see. Through the pain and the chaos, he continues to sing, each note carrying the weight of a life lived in extremes and a soul still searching for peace.